Welcome back to the Digital Asset Report. Bitcoin is trading near $63,000, up more than 1% since midnight, while Ethereum sits around $1,755. Nasdaq futures jumped 2.6% as well. What's notable is what markets are shrugging off: renewed US airstrikes on Iran. Bitcoin is now up 9% since the end of June, with altcoins seeing some bounce from the June low as well. That resilience is being tested. The US hit 90 Iranian military targets this week after President Trump declared the ceasefire over, and Iran responded by targeting Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar. Trump has sent mixed signals, at one point saying the US might finish the job, while also insisting this isn't a return to full-scale war. Mediators from Qatar, Egypt, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia are working around the clock to save the truce. Speaking with reporters aboard Air Force One, President Trump said Iran had called him directly and claimed they want to make a deal so badly. Stock futures turned green almost immediately on the comment. Take a listen.
We have many ways we can win, and they want to make a deal so badly. They called a little while ago. They want to make a deal so badly. I just don't know if they're worthy of making a deal. I don't know that they're going to honor the deal. That's the problem.
For now, crypto and stocks are treating the whole back and forth as noise rather than a real risk, though that could change fast if tensions escalate further. On the regulatory front, the Clarity Act is running out of runway. CFTC Chair Michael Selig said regulators are so close and warned that if Congress doesn't act, agencies like his will end up writing the rules themselves. Senator Cynthia Lummis called it possibly the last real shot at digital asset legislation before 2030. The Senate returns from recess Monday, and advocates are treating August 7th as a hard deadline. Analysts are getting less confident, however. Galaxy Research just cut its odds of passage this year to 50%, down from 60% in June. Selig isn't just focused on Congress. He says the CFTC itself is moving forward with its own rulemaking specifically aimed at prediction markets. Take a listen.
We've proposed rules just a handful of weeks ago, and those rules will be finalized within the coming months. We're going to solicit a number of comments from folks, and we're going to codify. We've also proposed rules around data reporting for those transactions. So there's a broad number of rulemakings that we're likely to do in this area, but the core rule, which is related to 40.11, the ability of the agency to restrict trading on products involving war, terrorism, finance, assassination, and gaming, those rules will be finalized in the coming months.
The rule Chairman Selig is referring to, known as 40.11, could clarify exactly which types of events can underpin event contracts, giving prediction market operators and registrants clear guardrails while the broader legislative fight plays out in the Senate. Meanwhile, security in crypto is quietly improving. A new ImmuneFi report found hack losses fell below $1 billion in the first half of this year, which is less than half of what was lost over the same period last year. DeFi losses specifically are down 74% from their 2022 peak. The catch is that attacks are becoming more frequent, just less costly per event, and the damage is shifting toward infrastructure failures and private key compromises rather than contract code itself. On that note, BitGo announced new quantum protection tools for institutional Bitcoin wallets this week. The tools are designed to help institutions manage which wallets have exposed public keys, since those are the ones most vulnerable to a future quantum attack. Roughly 7 million Bitcoin currently sit in addresses exposed to that kind of future risk. In other news, New Hampshire's Executive Council voted 3-2 against a proposed 100 million Bitcoin-backed municipal bond, which would have been the first of its kind in the world. Supporters said the bond carried zero risk to taxpayers, but the lone detractor on the council said the state shouldn't lend legitimacy to such a volatile asset class. The plan is shelved for now, though backers say more attempts could follow. And the last thing we'll leave you with this week, Russia's banking sector keeps building out crypto infrastructure ahead of new legislation expected in September. Alpha Bank, the country's largest private lender, says it plans to launch its own digital depository along with Bitcoin trading and custody services. It joins Sberbank, VTB, and T-Bank in a crowded race to be the first when the rules go live in Russia. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like and follow along for more.